Right, yes, now there, people, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to an instant match reaction to Liverpool beating, not drawing, not losing, beating Aston Villa 2-1 at home. Oh yeah, let me just say again, at home, and not just a home fixture like what we've been doing in the Champions League, actually in Anfield, in our stadium. Do you know the stadium that we've lost 6 in a row at? You know the stadium where, well, actually not the stadium where we lost 7-2 to Aston Villa, but playing against the team that thrashed us 7-2 the last time we played against at least their first team. To then come back with a very much more weakened side than what we did then. Let's be honest, we even had Van Dijk and Gomez playing that game. This game we had friggin' Nat Phillips and Kabak. Did they make a mistake or two? Yes, they did, but that's absolutely what we come to expect now from them. A solid game, but they might make an error. However, we got out unscathed. The first goal they scored was rectified. The second half, we absolutely dominated. And I can actually sit there and say, after what is a very narrow 2-1 victory, but still a victory nonetheless, I can sit here and say Liverpool deserved them 3 points and deserved them thoroughly. It could have been 3-1, could have been 4-1. When it was half time and they were 1-0 up, I was fuming. Oh, and also, let me just mention, VAR isn't stopping us today, motherfuckers. I'm not having none of it. And people can say whether it was a goal or whether it weren't. At the end of the day, I don't need to talk about it because it shouldn't have made a fucking difference. As at that point, we should have been 3 or 4-1 up anyway. We should have had 2 or 3 goals. We should have had 2 goals at the very least, especially one. How Mo Salah missed that chance in the opening, 20 minutes, half an hour. It just absolutely baffled me, especially with the form he's been on this season. Thankfully, he rectified that in the second half, and obviously, I mean, listen, man, we're going to talk about Trent when we get into the player ratings. The game, you know what, mate, I'm not even going to be like best right back in the world, you know, because all the people who was calling him the best right back in the world for 2 years have just seemed to forget they had that opinion because he's had a few bad games. Absolutely fine if you want to disagree with me on that statement, because I also have not been saying on form he's the best right back in the world, because that would be deluded. But overall, I can still very much definitely put him in that conversation, and it's performances like that don't keep him in that conversation, because to be in there, you need to be consistent, and Trent, quite simply, has not been consistent this season. But why I put him there is because there's not many people who are in that position that can do what he does going forward. And when you just get a solid defender, because he doesn't have to be world class, he just has to be decent, he has to do better in one-on-one situations, he doesn't have to be this world beater. There's not many right backs that are a world beater in that position. Wan-Bissaka is probably the best defensively in that position, to be fair to him. Very, very good. But Trent doesn't even need to get to that level. He just needs to get there and thereabouts to where he has a basic knowledge of it. And then we have got a right back that everyone wants. And that's the reason why I don't care about what people say about Reece James and all that. Do it for a couple of seasons and then I might be impressed. For now, enjoy the little spells that you're getting in your first team. That being said, he deserves my respect, he deserves my credit, and any haters that want to say this, that and the other about me and the love that I give for Trent, it's all welcome in the comments down below. By all means, go for it. Leave a like as well if you wish at the same time. But no, buzzing. Just must need 3 points. And for whatever our hopes was last week to get in top 4, that is now increased significantly higher. And when I say significantly higher, I don't just mean just a little bit. Like, the chances now of getting top 4 is astronomically, that's probably not even a word, but it's much bigger. Leicester losing last week, Chelsea losing, and then on top of the fact we've just got a 90th minute winner against Aston Villa getting the 3 points. The only thing that I've always questioned about our top 4 quest is our consistency. Again, that was again tested in this fixture, but still, we're getting these results now. Form-wise, we're looking much better. And let's talk about the Real Madrid game, because at the end of the day, what do you need going into such a big fixture where you're 3-1 down? You need, at the very least, a little bit of confidence. And I'm not saying beating Aston Villa should give us all the confidence in the world, but it gives us a little bit of momentum going into that game, a little bit of steam ahead. Because if Trent, let's go back to Trent. Let's say if he had so he had the bad game against Real Madrid. Say he had another shit game today. That's nothing but bad going into the second leg and the second fixture against Real Madrid. But now that he's had a good game, it doesn't guarantee he's going to have Vinicius Jr. in his back pocket. But confidence is always better to have with a player than not with a player. So we'll see how that goes there. But it just made up, man. Did Jack Grealish not play and have a factor? Most definitely. I'm sure he would have had a great time against a few of our players in the back four, probably even against Trent. But he weren't there, and we done what we needed to do with the fact he weren't there. Do you get what I'm saying? So absolutely, all round, just chuffed, made up, buzzing. There was a crazy little situation on my watch along where my internet went off the second that it came back on. I saw the replay of Trent putting the ball in the back of the net. The goal was just scored, and mate, I screamed about 3 different times in the space of there was like a 10-second break in between each scream because there weren't enough energy let out of me in the previous one, so I just kept screaming. I was like, yeah, like mate, it was one of them things where like I'm watching it, but I don't believe what I'm seeing. I see the score change, but I've got VAR in the back of my mind, and just to finally get like a 90th minute. That was like last season classic style, because that's how we won most of the games last season. I'm just so happy, man. I'm chuffed. Because another day, right now I'm sitting here saying, oh, it was a very basic performance, not taking the chances. And we can't ignore that. But we can still be happy for the fact we got the 3 points, and we got the 3 points, man. Player ratings, Alisson, I don't think he was perfect today, I'm not going to lie. There was also many situations, and I don't like the fact Liverpool keep doing this, where we let him have the ball in a situation where Ollie Watkins is pressing him down and he has to clear it, or he has to do some mad skill or some fake step over to get him away. It makes no sense. And it's because you increase the chances significantly of causing a mistake. And that's usually how the opposition score against us. It's based on either a mistake that the manager's made on a player he started, or a mistake that a player has actually made within the game who's usually in his starting 11. It's never usually to do with great play or whatever. It's usually due to our mistakes. And that's exactly where their goal came from. And if any more was to come from, it would have come from that same situation. And we kept giving them just them opportunities just to press Alisson down and cause him a bit of a headache. So I didn't really like that, but I put that more down to the team than just Alisson. Alisson also had another moment or two where he should have done better, but I'm going to give him a 6.5. Not a solid performance, but listen, bum fluff shaved Alisson. Better, at least. Not perfect, but better, so I'll take it. Back for Robbo. A much better game, had a few chances on goal going forward, just looked more himself. Defensively, never really had too many issues with Bertrand Traore, who's been in good form. So I'm going to give Robbo a 7. I think that's very deserved as well, based on some of the ratings that have been given him recently, which admittedly may be a little bit generous. Nat Phillips and Kabak, they'll both get... Nat will get a 7 for me, and so will Kabak. Again, people usually like to tend to say I'm generous with these ratings, but again, I also go off expectations to what I expect in a game, and I don't expect a hell of a lot, and I keep seeing week in, week out, just them two doing the job they need to do, and they're building a proper relationship. Both get a 7 for me, and even caused a bit of a threat going forward with a few forward passes from Kabak, and we've got another option at set pieces other than Diogo Jota with Nat Phillips there, so belter. Midfield, Fabinho's the man of the match, he gets a 9. What makes it a 10, I don't know, but I'm going to give him a 9. He was just unbelievable in every aspect, defensively going forward. Some of the passes he was letting off in the first half, just immense. He controls the midfield like there's no tomorrow. He doesn't give two shiny shites about who he's playing in that midfield with. He's just always very, very good. We now know, don't play him at centre-back, even though we can do a very good job there. Leave him where he's best in. And when it comes to talking about the best defensive midfielders in world football, Fabinho, it would be illegal to not have him in that conversation. And for me, he's number 1. Midfielders, Gini and Milner. I'm going to give Gini a 6. I don't think he was that involved in the opening part of the game. I thought later on he entered the equation a little bit more, but nothing to deserve higher than that. James Milner, I'll give him a 6.5. Solid, but just solid, kind of what you get from James Milner. Nothing spectacular, but certainly nothing shit. And then the front three, Jota will get a 7 for me. Good movement again today, causing their defence problems in many different aspects of the game. Just giving them headaches, and that's something that we need our front three to be doing, just testing the back line of the opposition, which sometimes we don't see from Mane, Salah. Even though Salah gets all these goals, he doesn't test them enough for me, and if he did, he'd be so much more successful. At least Jota is trying these things off, and that's good to see. So Jota will get a 7. Jota will get a 7.5. Firmino will get a 7 because he got the offside goal, which shouldn't have been offside, but still, outside of that, had a sound game, but still a few moments where he's just not the same Firmino at the end of the day. But I'm not trying to take anything away. Much better than what we saw recently. And he had a big part to play in our second goal as well. Well, actually, our first goal, sorry. So, Firmino will get a 7, Jota 7.5, and Salah with a goal. Also a big miss, but he's still got a goal. I'm going to give him I'm going to give him a 7.5. Thought he was sound today, Salah, but an 8 if he scored the other chance, no doubt about it. Then who came on? Mane came on. He had a great chance at the end that he just should have put buried away. You can see he's just... I've been saying it for weeks now. No confidence, so we can't keep on starting him in hope that he's going to get goals. He's not confident, so let him fight for this place, essentially. If he comes on and scores a goal there, then there's more credit in the bank of why he can maybe start to play in the team again, but he never. So, listen, mate, nostalgia's a beautiful thing. You all know I love Mane, but you've got to do what's best for the team, and Jota is what's best for this team at the moment. The manager, never started Thiago, but it weren't a problem. And again, we could have won this game 4-1 or 5-1 if the chances were taken in the first half and early parts of the second. So I'll say Jurgen gets a 7. He never done a hell of a lot great, but he's certainly never done a hell of a lot wrong. So even substitutions, when he brought on Mane, I was happy with when he brought on Mane. A few other ones as well, just sound, man. Even brought on Shaqiri late on in the game to make an impact. So belter, buzzing about that. All round great performance. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, your man of the match and whatnot. And yeah, man, thank you for watching. Now I can go and watch the UFC and WrestleMania in peace and the El Clasico. So this is going to be a belter Saturday with the fact Liverpool just got 3 glorious points, absolutely made up. Smash a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching this video, people. And I will see you all later. Peace out.